Elon Musk, millions of Africans, including myself, have some beef with you and some flowers too. But let's start with the beef. Elon, you seem to have a deep-seated problem with immigrants, not just in the US, but also in Europe. Do you remember how thousands of MAGA faithful recently turned on you when you advocated for ramping up the H-1B visas, the very program through which you came to the United States initially? With one side of your mouth, you call for legal immigration, but with the other side, you amplify far-right theories like the Great Replacement Theory. This ideology claims that the national identities of Western nations are under threat due to a growing number of immigrant populations. Such beliefs fuel racist attacks on African immigrants in the West. These immigrants keep facing systemic hostility just for seeking better lives, the same way that you did. Let me remind you that the West has no moral or legal authority to accuse Africans of taking Western resources when it has spent centuries robbing Africa of its own resources. Yet, you appear receptive to these racist far-right talking points, clinging to the myth that some supposed erosion of Western white identity is taking place. That's unacceptable, man. Moreover, in the past, you have downplayed racism by saying that society needs to move on from the subject because supposedly we're all descended from slaves. Elon, don't ever trivialize the historical and lived experiences of Africans. The scars of slavery, colonialism, and systemic racism are deep and real. They cannot simply be swept aside by your sweeping dismissals. Your support for far-right political figures and parties in Europe is another troubling chapter in this story. Take, for example, your apparent admiration for Alice Weidel of Germany's Alternative for Germany, a party notorious for its xenophobic, anti-immigrant rhetoric. These ideologies stand against the very diversity and inclusivity that humanity should strive for. And your alignment with these figures casts a shadow over your global reputation, especially for the Africans who admire your work. It doesn't stop there. Your companies, including Tesla, have been plagued by allegations of poor labor practices and discriminatory behavior. Your Tesla Fremont factory in California has faced lawsuits for fostering a racially segregated workplace, with black employees reporting slurs, discrimination, and menial assignments. This paints a troubling picture of how you handle those who help to bring your vision to life. Do better, Elon. Be better. Now, let's turn to the flaws. I have 3 flaws for you today. Firstly, your platform X has offered Africans and others the space to express socially conservative views without fear of censorship. In societies where cultural and religious values often align with such perspectives, this freedom is welcomed. Secondly, unlike some billionaires, you haven't imposed sweeping agricultural initiatives on Africa. You have kept your hands off Africa's food sovereignty. Thirdly, through Starlink, you're introducing much-needed competition to the African telecommunications market, promising better internet access and more affordable services, especially in underserved areas of rural Africa. Now, to fellow Africans, we must rid ourselves of the Messiah complex. No single individual, no matter how wealthy, innovative, or influential, can save us. We, the African people, are the ones that we have been waiting for. Our progress lies in collective effort, visionary leadership, and our ability to hold even the most celebrated figures accountable. Placing Elon Musk, Donald Trump, or anyone else on a pedestal blinds us to their shortcomings and diminishes our power to shape our future.